Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I'm sitting here walking by the beach right now, so yeah, it's chilling. It's a good day. It's kind of gloomy, look like it's gonna rain out here, but it's all right. I wanna kind of continue off from where I left off yesterday. I think what yesterday, yeah, yesterday talking about, or the day I talked about, um, going through some things as a child, growing up in my neighborhood that I grew up in. You know, uh, it depends. Sometimes you learn things, like I was mentioning before, your environment, the people around you, you, you learn things, and it can very well carry over into your adulthood, as did mine. I started talking about some addictions. I was speaking about, um, pulling on my eyelashes, the anxiety, stress, and I didn't mention I also came with sweaty palms, so I don't know, how I got there, but it was part of my life growing up as a kid. Um, Other thing I want to touch on is, mentorship. Having a mentor growing up, I didn't have that. I wanted it at the time. I didn't know I needed it, but as I, grew up, and I became an adult, especially in the Navy, I desire a mentor very bad. I didn't have that. So growing up, I remember learning about sex. I learned about sex through Cinemax, HBO, Showtime. I learned by looking at the people around me and what they did sexually. I remember being somewhere, me and my, at the time, me and my cousin, we was at this place, and this guy, he asked us to, and I'm gonna be kind of, I hope I don't offend nobody, but he wanted us to urinate in a cup, and then he would pay us $20 to do that. Then he would drink the urine. I know that sounds bad. Forgive me if I sound so disgusting here, but that's what happened. So I didn't do it, but my cousin did, and he was given $20 after he urinated in that cup. And back then, $20, whoa man, that was a lot of money. So when he got that cup of urine, that guy that was drinking it, I saw him do something that I'd never seen anybody do before. He began to, he covered himself and laid on the bed, and I saw his hands going up and down. And at that time, he was masturbating, but I didn't know what that was. And I just kept looking at him, and the more he looked at us, we were sitting on the couch away from him, but we was watching him do that. I mean, he became so excited, and I just watched. So we left, and I went home that night. I really didn't think about it. It was just, I didn't really think about it. It was just, I was at the house in my bedroom, and then guess what I did? I said, yeah, you know what? Let me try it. Let me do it. Well, I ended up doing it. And then the experience at that time was very, very good for me. I mean, being a kid, never had experienced anything like that. I started masturbating. And when you're a child experiencing things like that, it would be so helpful to have somebody to say, hey, I know you're going through this. Let me kind of guide you, help you, give you some advice or something. I didn't have that. I just went along with my feelings. I went along with the experience, and that was that. Well, that experience became something that I did at that time 10, 15, 20 times a day. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but that was part of my life, is going in the bathroom, taking my little whatever, my business, and masturbating. So when you're in a situation like that, not having no guidance, not understanding what's going on with your body, you know, you're young, you're going through all these hormonal changes, you just go along with it. Feels good. You know, you start to, it becomes like a part of your life. And at that time, I did everything just to get that done. That was part of my life, going to the bathroom and getting that done. If not the bathroom, the bedroom, any place. So if could, you know, an addiction, I could say, yeah, it probably was an addiction even at that age. But that's my point is, when you are a male, young male, going through that, nobody talking to you, nobody really explaining to you what's going on with your body, what's going on in your mind, what do? You just keep doing what you know. And the thing about it, when you go through that, that spills over into so many areas of your life. And then, you know, you're doing something like that, you're doing it to the point you're damaging your body. You know, I began to get cuts and scrapes and pain, but that didn't matter. That didn't matter. And then, you know, the one adult that even, you know, talked to me about that, you know, as a kid, I remember it was a crowd of us. It was like a group of us, boys. He got all us together. He was like the neighborhood, I wouldn't say drunk, but he was well known. He was famous in the neighborhood. So he got all us together and he said, come here, I want to tell y'all something. And we standing there listening. He said, I want y'all to get all the in this neighborhood that you can. He used another word that I'm not gonna pronounce, but go have sex with as many girls in the neighborhood as you can. And him being a kind of neighborhood that everybody looked up to, we took his word for it. So guess what? We was trying to get as much as we can get. But see, that's my thing is, I'm saying all this to say, when you got that around you, you don't know what to say. You don't know the meaning or the definition of what's going on. You're getting advice from people you look up to. What do? You're not going to say no. you're going to think what they're saying is right. So even during, times where, we on summer break, that would be our thing. We're going to get as many girls as we can get. Hump, kiss. I remember there were times where, we would get together and we would say things like the guy would say, do you want to be my girlfriend? And the girl like, yeah, do you want to be my boyfriend? And that's how we became kind of connected as a child. And it went on from there. We wasn't serious, but at the time, that's how we kind of vocalized what we want to do at the time. And it started from there. So that's the thing, like when you have that in your life and it becomes a part of your life as a child, that's a seed. It grows up in you. It goes into so many areas. And then now you're a man who has not had someone you deem credible or you look up to tell you about the sexual part of your life as a young man. What do? You just go along with the flow. So that was a big part of my life, was that. And don't let me look at like I said, at the time, Showtime, Cinemax, HBO, it was soft porn. So I would look at that, become aroused, and all day, several times a day, look at it, go in the bathroom, masturbate. And so when you doing that, that's when you have that experience and have never had sex, that becomes your norm. That's what your body wants and crave, is to masturbate, because that's your first sexual experience. Is that, So I don't want to make the video too long, but I'm just kind of slowly opening you up to my life as a child, because what happened to me as a child, it matters now. And that part about not having a mentor, that's been so many years. From a child, teenager, an adult, I have yet to say that I found a mentor or someone that can talk to me about just that and not have any ulterior motives or any thing behind it. Just talk to me from a pure place about that. And it goes, like I said, you start from a child and it carry on into your adulthood. And you trying to explain to people what's going on with you. They don't want to hear that because they don't know your story. They think you just acting out or doing whatever. But that's the thing I would say to people who listen to the video. Somebody's going through something like that, especially sexually, like, don't judge them. Don't look down on them. If I was a man back then and I had young boys coming to me, talking to me about that, you know what I would say? Hey, come on. Come over here. Let's sit down and talk. I understand you. I'm a man and you're a male. I'm going to sit down to tell you the right way and the experiences that I've been through as when I was your age. I speak to the child of me still longs for that. If I could turn back the times, I would seek that and desire that and want that, where I have a mentor talking to me, guiding me about that. That's what I would do. If I was back then, if I was an adult back then, I had the young males around me, I would teach them the right way. I would show them the right way of doing things. But like I said, I didn't have that. So when you don't know, you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. You just go along with the experience. So that's my story for today. Is that you glean or take from what you want to out of this story, but what I'm telling you today, that was part of my life back then, and there's more to come. All right, take care. I love you. God bless you.